Hi guys, and welcome to another lesson on our Ghana Dev Heroes training program. Now, this lesson is going to be our fifth lesson, and it follows our lesson on C# fundamentals part 2. Now, this lesson we'll be taking a look at the Windows 8.1 development roadmap. Now, I'll take you through some of the things on the roadmap so that we know what we will be expecting as time goes on. Now, this roadmap was specifically constructed to get you from beginner to expert by following the steps that they have there. These steps are very good for people who are just starting their developer life, as I'd put it. Now, first of all, we have this side of the roadmap. Then from there, we veer off to either the first time on Windows 8 development or the people who have experience on Windows 8 development. So for first time users, first time developers, there are things here that would help them. Then as you grow on, you can just move on to the steps available here. Now let's take a deeper look. Now, the tools you will need will be a Windows 8 client, a Windows 8 operating system, which can be upgraded to a Windows 8 upgraded to 8.1 for free. Then you would require Visual Studio 2013. I've already provided you with Visual Studio 2013, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now, when you install Visual Studio, you should explore the blank templates, the grid templates, the hub templates, and all the other templates available to you when you choose the Windows Store option under either Visual C#, VB, Visual Basic, or C++. Now, when you install Visual Studio 2013, it comes pre-packaged with Blend, and Blend is a design tool that helps you customize your user interface. Now, understanding the structure of Windows 8 application, either using XAML for the user interface and using either C#, C++, or VB for the model. You can also use HTML and CSS for the user interface and use JavaScript for the model. Now, there are also design concepts we look at when we're designing Windows 8.1 and 8 applications. And there are some samples of best practice applications that you should take a look at when you're trying to design your applications. Now, from the DreamSpark accounts I provided to you, you should have gotten by now a store account which will grant you the opportunity to push your apps on the store and also start your Windows 8.1 development. Now, when you do that, you can reserve an application name so that another person doesn't steal the name you've been working on for so long. Now, for those who Windows 8 development is new to them, this is the steps they should take. First, you work on the hands-on labs. The hands-on labs is a step-by-step introduction to Windows 8.1 development, where they take you through building an app that they already had. They take you through how to load the data, how to customize the user experience step by step, and adding all the features that are required for the application, like the search charms, adding live tiles, etc. After doing that, you'll be able to build a Contoso cookbook application. Then from there, you can just build on what you've learned and build an app similar to the cookbook. That would be like your homework for that day. Just follow the same steps and customize it to fit an idea that you have. Now, secondly, after that, you look at the 200 samples. Now, these are samples that have every single Windows 8.1 feature code example available. Sorry, the spelling of available there is wrong. So for the code samples, for every feature that you want in your application, there is an example of how to implement that. We'll take a look at the code samples very soon. Let me continue saying these things. Yeah. Now, you also look at our design inspirations. Now, you can check the design inspirations and use cases on the Windows 8 platform. The things other people are doing, how you can implement those things in your applications, etc. There are also best practice applications on Windows 8.1 platform that I would also have you take a look at. Now, for those who already have experience on Windows 8.1 development, these are the steps that you would follow in developing more, getting more experience and providing more capabilities with the applications that you build. Now, let's move on to our other slides. Now, I forgot to do my introduction from the beginning because I was on the roll there. But anyways, you all know me. My name is Akwoko Asante and I work as a technology evangelist at Microsoft here in Ghana. So that's my Twitter address and my email down there. So now we're going to take a deep dive into the learning roadmap. So as I spoke about initially, the 200 Windows 8 samples is a sample pack that includes all app code examples developed for Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. The sample pack provides a convenient way to download all the samples at once. The samples in this sample pack are available in C#, C++, VB.NET, and JavaScript. So now you don't need to know just C#. You can either be a JavaScript developer, a C# developer, a C++ developer, or a VB.NET developer. So these code samples come in handy because it's not everything that you would know how to do. So the samples implement the feature that you would require. So they have different titles and you just scroll through, look for what you're looking for. Then look how it's being implemented. Look at the code and implement it in your application. So you have the option to either download the C++ version, the C# version, etc. So the link is down here. I'll provide these slides after the lesson in my blog and under the video. Now if I click, it will direct me to MSDN where we have the code samples. And you can see this has been updated to Windows 8.1 samples. So now you can download the version that suits your programming language that you're comfortable with and get started with your development. Now there's a little documentation underneath there that you should read. I already took the liberty of downloading this sample pack and I'll just take a few minutes to show you how it works. Now let me just quickly go to my desktop. I already have the samples here. Let me open it. And here you can see that we have a lot here. Now we have accelerometer, sensor sample, alarm, toast notification samples, application resources. Let's take a look at let me see. I want something that can change my lock screen. Yes. So Windows 8.1 provides applications the ability to personalize a lock screen. You can have an application that says that you can say to that, hey, I want you to personalize my lock screen with the data that you're providing, or with an image that you're providing. So now I'll double click this. I don't know how to do this, so I'll double click this folder. There's a description that will give you an idea of what the sample is doing. Let's just take a look at it in Visual Studio. Let me quickly drop this. Now, our application is opened here. Let me just run it so you take a look at it. Now, this is the sample page. Now, in the description, it says that this scenario shows how a developer can use the lock screen API to set the current user's lock screen image. Note that this is only functional if your copy of Windows has been activated. Select an image file using the item picker, and this will be set as the lock screen image. The selected image file and file name will be shown below if successful. So now, in our first scenario, notice that we have two scenarios here: pick and set lock screen image. So let's just pick an image. Let's take this God of War image. God of War. Now, once it's successful, the image will be shown to you here. So now my God of War image is here, and if I go to my lock screen, you realize that this has been set by the Windows SDK sample application.